All right, good morning, everybody. We're here with Beets, Beds, and Browns. I'm Joe Skibby. If you're like me, you're going crazy here in Zone 5B. We're in Northwest Indiana, and it's 18 degrees outside. So we're going to try and focus on getting seedlings into our flats, herb garden starter kits with recycled gallon plastic jugs, and then transplanting from cups to 4-inch pots. Question we get a lot is, what dirt mix do we use in order to get these to really thrive as they're developing their true leaf and getting transplantable into the spring garden ultimately? A little bit here. We happen to be a cigar smoker. So when we are in the winter months, what we do is we just dump the ash, break up the cigar butts, put them into a pot. And then we use a mix of topsoil, mulch, and pit moss to feed the plants, get them to the next stage, get them to where we can hardy them up to put them into the garden bed. And as you can see here, we've had some success with kale, dill sprouts, we've got some chard and cilantro. So we're going to go ahead and mix some of this dirt up, transplant some seedlings from one of the flats that we have, and show how we mix up the dirt. This is an old cracked pot that we use. We're just going to scoop some of this. We got Scott's potting soil. It was all frozen at Home Depot. So we're going to throw some of that in there again on top of the ash from the ashtray. Potash, nitrogen consumption is what you get with that. Typically in our compost and our garden beds, we try and throw everything from organic greenery from the house, the butts and stems of all the fruit and vegetables that we eat, coffee grounds, filters, any wood ash, the biochar from the fires that we have throughout the warmer months. And we'll fill this about halfway with topsoil. Again, we're not getting a garden mix here. We're in essence making a garden mix, adding organic material for the plant, the young seedlings to feed off of. That's good right about there. Again, they had Scott's, that's what we bought. Typically, we would look, we have two 15 by 20 foot raised beds. So we would look to buy dirt by the yard from a nursery. But again, when the bug strikes, again, it's 18 degrees outside here in Northwest Indiana, middle of winter, we just need to get planting. Feels like spring is so far away, so we get big chunks of organic material here. We'll stir that up nicely. And then pit moss, again, if you have any questions, it's an alternate to peat moss, a little bit more environmentally friendly. It's cellulose and chicken waste, so this is going to be an interview that we did in season 1 with the president, soil scientist, and founder of pit moss. Check it out. We've used it to much success for our spring garden, and anytime we transplant in, we can dust around it. It serves as a moisture barrier. It retains more water than typical peat moss, which is its competing factor, and if you're concerned about the environment, pit moss is a much safer alternative. So again, about half, and then a quarter and a quarter on top here. We'll give you a look at this after we mix it up real good. Topsoil, mulch, and pit moss. And again, I know there's concerns with store-bought different brands in terms of the dirt quality. We're in the middle of corn country here, so if it doesn't have glyphosate in it, we're probably not organic or native. So not that we want to invite that into our garden. That's part of the reason why we raised bed garden, is to avoid some of that stuff, but it's unavoidable. Commercial farming, the way that they put chemicals into the ground, the way that they run off, it's in a lot of the products that they test on, but that's not why we're here. We're here to focus on our raised bed garden and creating a good a good substrate for us to transplant our flats of seed starts. Again, we're a little early. There are some true leaves on a few of these. But when the urge strikes, we just got to do it. So check back. We'll run another video. We'll just, as we transplant these in, but right now we'll finish with kind of showing you what this dirt looks like. Again, wet topsoil mixed with dry mulch, mixed with pit moss, and that gets us a really rich, organic content matter that we can transplant in that'll absorb the water so that it doesn't drip through and create a mess for us in our growing area. And we'll work on transplanting these in. Happy planting. Enjoy the cold months. It's time to plant your garden and prep for the spring. I'm Joe Skibby with Beets, Beds, and Browns. If you haven't registered for your free seed kit, beetsbedsbrowns.com. We'll send you free of charge seed pack. Comes in a little manila envelope, and we'll do acorn squash, dill, or carrot seed. And if you would be so kind as to show us when you're putting those into the ground and your success at Beets, Beds, Browns. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.